On page 4 of the lab, they give you the old hemisphere diagrams. The first one that you look at is just a sample. It's showing you that you have the hemisphere, north, south, east, and west are marked. This is the path. They're telling you the only things they're giving you is it's rising and it's 90 degrees east. So when I go and look at it, rising means the moon is coming up at the 6 a.m. position. So here's my moon. Then it's telling you that because it is 90 degrees east, I have to say that the sun, when I draw the moon, it's as I'm looking at the sun, remember, I'm going to be looking counterclockwise for east. So at this point, they drew it in. Here's the sun. So I know 90 degrees is going to be this distance. But I'm going to give you on those diagrams, I'm going to work out letter F with you. And then, I think that they really are putting a lot of stuff in here. So I think it's good enough. What we're going to do is let's just do the ones on page 5, and then we're not going to bother doing the ones on page 6. I just think that that's a lot of diagrams, and I think you really get all you need to get on page 5. So when I look at these diagrams, I'm doing letter F. They told me the moon position is going to be, I'm sorry, that's what I'm looking at. What is going to be my moon position? Well, when I go through this, it looks like they're not really giving me a lot of information, but notice that I've got on here, they gave me the sun, like this, and they actually gave me the moon. So as I'm looking at this, I already have what's going on. I'm going to mark everything first. If I'm looking at the east, rising, so the east is going to be rising or 6 a.m. So I could actually say that this would be the 6 a.m. position. Over here, the sun, right now, west is going to be setting. And remember, this is just our standard, or it's going to be the 6 p.m. position. If I am looking here, directly south, I'm going to call south is going to be my noon position. And when I look here, directly north, I'm going to call that my midnight position. So that just gives me sort of like an idea. So when I look at this diagram, it's basically asking me what is my moon position? Well, I could say if this is going to be noontime, 12 noon, and this is going to be 6 p.m., I'm going to say maybe, when I'm looking at it, I'm going to say, what is my position? Well, I'm going to go with, I think it's kind of setting, but only because it's past noon. So when I'm looking at the position, I could say either afternoon or I could say setting. And that's fine. I know that it's gone past the noontime position, so now the moon is setting. So the second thing it asks me is, what is my elongation? Well, here's the sun. Remember, this would be from the earth. I'm looking from the earth to the sun. I'm looking again at that counterclockwise. So I'm going to say this looks to be about 45 degrees east. And that's because of the position I'm looking at that counterclockwise motion means it's eastern elongation. Then it wants to know, what is my phase? Well, 45 degrees is going to be my crescent, so I could call that my waxing crescent, because that's what is on that particular on our chart on the front page. And then finally, what's the time? Well, I'm going to say between noon and 6 p.m. Let's say like maybe 3 p.m. And that's an estimate. So remember, all you're going to do are the ones on page 5. I'll try to shoot another one up in a little bit.